Welcome to another edition of D20Z. I am your host, Valdis, and today we're going to be getting into Octavius and Tobias's openers. Octavius is finishing his up, and then we'll be getting into Tobias's. Alright, with that said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, Octal, it's your turn.
It's my turn again. Well, I'm going to continue punching my way through everything that's immediately in front of me.
As you normally do.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do. And
completely forgets his sword, of course.
we're not using that yet. I haven't found an opponent worthy. So I'm just going to go ahead and open with one of my martial techniques, just to try and finish off this lady in front of me and use my full power rush.
You gotta close the gap with movement action, just so you know.
Okay. Would that leave me with enough actions? It takes a full standard to do this. So yeah.
Full standard.
All right, so I use my minor action to close the distance so I can do what with the punch.
You still have two minors.
Oh my gosh, how do I play D&D? What is this video game? Okay, so I'm using my full power rush, which I'll copy into the chat for you. So we're going to calculate
this
the D20 chat.
All right. Full power rush. Use all of your strength to pummel your enemy into a bloody pulp. You have 1d4 hits. I'm going to ask you to divide those hits into 2 rolls. You have... Reroll that. Okay, never mind. Just two rolls, that's fine.
Okay.
Wow.
So I hit twice at my full power rush. It's totally worthwhile using all 4 of my melee attacks to hit twice for bonus damage.
Yeah.
We'll just roll that attack as one go, which would be a d20 plus my strength of 13, again, because that seems to be working out. So a total of 18.
And you hit.
All right.
Go ahead and roll me that damage.
So that would be 2d4.
Because I don't feel like doing it.
I don't feel like it either. That's why this glorious d20 system exists. Okay, so the total would be 32 damage.
All right, so describe how you hit her.
Taking the advantage of the situation where she's using her power or her scouter to read my power level, I rush in, striking her directly in her scouter since she's looking at it, and obviously not paying any attention to me, shattering it in one blow, and then following up with another strike to her chest.
Punched her in
the
boot.
Do a stroke. Do a.
Absolutely.
Don't forget your
Hey, she went for mine.
Knock her prone.
What would I roll for those?
A strength check.
D20 plus your strength.
So I got that, and the
2
same roll again.
unnatural 20s.
Critical fail. She's prone.
This lady is not having a good day.
That's a good.
Now all you have to do is literally raw stomp her.
Since she's prone, could I just stab her with my sword and have it end?
Attack of opportunity.
I would very much like to do that.
Do it.
Okay, so I draw my sword with an amazing flourish and simply strike it into her while she's on the ground.
Her eyes open wide. And she yells, "Shit!" Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay, and that would be another d20 roll plus 13.
You hit.
20. Oh my god. Okay.
This is going to turn into a snuff film.
It's actually 23 because of the sword actually adding +1 to my roll.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll damage.
Let's see here. Be another 1d4 plus 13 plus... No, it'd be 3d4 due to the fact that I'm using my sword now. Man, this is plus a d2 of a coin. I will flip.
Technically,
I got heads, so I don't know what one.
No, heads is better than tails. Tails is low.
So I do like 25 damage by stabbing her with my sword as an attack of opportunity.
And I'm gonna go ahead and open up the rules for
bleed out. Let me get those. Okay. I'm already in there.
Piercing torso minus 2d20% key per turn.
Wow.
This really is turning into some painful day for her.
Like, it did not go this way last time. She beat you. So
got gang smashed.
She stands up and she's holding her... Where did you stab her?
I stabbed her in the torso, pretty much. I didn't aim that.
She's holding her torso, her armor is cracked, and she's breathing heavily. Alright, so she loses 2d20% key.
Damn.
That's 23% of her key.
Oh my goodness.
Down
this is why I played this game. Fuck people up and stab them to death. That's exactly how Octavius would do this, using all the experience he's gotten from an entire another campaign.
Wow, she's fucked.
I seem to have the advantage.
She starts charging ki in her hand, and her aura starts to glow a reddish purple while she's still clutching her chest.
This is so awesome.
Just what is she going to do in response to being stabbed?
She is going to use Meteor Burst, which is
she's gonna kill herself.
Yeah, she might. I don't give a shit. Alright, so she's gonna attack you for 1d8 hits, and she gets 8, and I'm gonna divide this into 2 rolls.
I'm using my dexterity to block this, so I'm probably going to get hit, but I will tank it. because I am stronger.
Probably gonna block the first 4 hits. Just saying. The first one's a 15.
I got a 5. I actually critically failed.
You critically failed. You get hit by those. So, yeah, let me go ahead and get you that. Let me get you that damage, son.
Oh, no.
Oh, your luck's run out. Now. Now I get to look forward to killing you soon.
I'm just taking max damage because of the critical loss.
Yeah, technically.
So that would be,
Now, for the next 4 hits, natural 20.
Oh, Jesus. My luck really has run out.
You take full damage for everything, and I'm gonna want you to describe how she hits you.
Wait a minute. He didn't roll defense for the second one.
No, I haven't yet, but I'm probably going to get hit by it. No!
Oh,
Yes!
roll off.
Go.
Actually, blow exchange. 18.
I got a 16.
Okay, they hit.
That's fine. But that was a lot more exciting than I thought it was going to be.
Right?
I was going to make the description that much better.
Hey,
So,
first roll off of the new campaign.
will you write down what damage I have for that while I'm describing this, since it's just max anyway?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
I see that she's clutching her chest and beginning to bleed on the ground, and her ki charges immensely. Octavius decides to make a come-hither motion and just trying to test out what power she actually has, and gets completely rushed for it. After getting blown backwards by the first series of attacks, he does what he would normally do and strikes back, causing a series of rapid-fire fisticuffs to clash against each other before she knees him in the stomach and then blows him upwards into the sky with a wave of ki.
Ow.
96, though.
Plus 6%, actually.
I think that just wiped out your fatigue, bro.
No, that is probably my max ki.
101. Oh, she's 1 point away from max.
Oh my god.
And she took 110 ki. She almost killed herself. That was really stupid of me.
Well, that's what
Well,
happens
it wasn't
with
awesome.
stupid characters.
So after that, she's breathing heavily, and she's... Fuck. Garbage.
93, and I take 35 damage to my actual ki.
She's really hurting.
I am
It's your turn.
impaired. What can I even do while I'm impaired?
You can save from impair.
What was your max fatigue?
93.
And that got it exactly, or did you take damage?
I took damage to ki.
What's
So
your ki
my
at?
thing is maxed out. My ki is now at 79. So I can still like punch and stuff despite
It's
being
not like you had
impaired.
any decks anyway.
Yeah, you're just tired, basically it.
we're both tired, effectively. She's 1 point away from being legitimately tired. Do I know how much ki she has?
You
She
can
seems
sense
very
ki.
weak.
Do you have that skill?
I may or may not have actually played with the skills. I should have
You
asked
can-
about that, but I
You
didn't.
can attempt as far as you know.
That there's absolutely no time for that. Due to the fact that I don't have much ki to spend anymore, I'm just going to go in with 4 melee basic attacks and just try and knock her out in one series of blows using the rest of my strength.
Do the
I
thing.
do have my sword still out, so I'm just going to rush in for the stab.
You've got enough strength, you could probably pull off some targeted shots in her state.
I could go in with a
Okay.
super speed stab and just use that again. That doesn't take ki.
Oh, nice, yeah. A super speed stab from close range.
Don't help
Jeez.
him.
No, he's just agreeing that I'm right.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do another athletics check. So we'll do another dex roll -2. So +2. That is a roll of 14 against her perception to see if she can see me rushing in for the next
Critical
attack. No, she cannot. So she suffers a -2 to the defensive roll that she's going to have along with everything else. For my attack roll, it's just 1d20 plus 13 -2, so 11.
No, super speed punch's attack has a 3d4 plus.
Well, that's what
Right.
damage it has. So
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
yeah, I'm attacking. I'm not doing damage yet. That would be my attack of 17 to hit.
Got a 19 to block. So basically,
Minus the 2 from failing the perception check, right?
17 to block.
So
Oh, clash.
we clash.
Clash. So roll off. 14.
10.
Oh.
God damn it.
So you come in, you stab, you come back in, and she like knife hand blocks your sword up into the air, and she's still breathing heavily, also cursing at you in midget voice.
I gotta smile despite being really tired and say, so his weaklings aren't as weak as I thought. Trying not to
Right here, you
bleed
know.
out on the ground. I've noticed that. So, since I still have a couple more attacks, I'll just try and push my sword down on top of her and continue cutting from where I am.
That sounds so wrong.
I'm going to slash vertically at this lady. That needs another roll. That's not my actual roll. I have a
That hits.
23, or I have like a 22 and a 23 for those 2 attacks specifically.
You hit
Hey,
both times.
hey.
20 damage.
21
Max
damage.
out her fatigue.
I'll just say that's the same damage for both of those.
Roll it again, you lazy bastard.
It's already easy. Okay, so that's a 23 on that.
She is now dying.
So she's holding my sword up in the air, and I'd smile and make my comment about weaklings. and then attempt to test her strength even further, bringing my sword down, cutting into first her hand and then through that to her shoulder. And that such a cut provides to be fatal, and she falls before me.
She falls to the ground, but she's still alive, just barely. And you hear Tiamat over the intercom, his voice booming through the wasted city. Now, kill her. She's no more use for me.
Thinking about it, I choose yes. Can I get a free key blast just to finish her off?
Sure.
Alright, so I reach down with one hand and smile over my victory and blow her away. And despite bleeding out and breathing heavily, I turn to face the man who I recognize but don't actually know.
Dragonfly glares at you and growls under his breath. Well done. I see they were right about you for the most part, although you're not ready to face him yet. So we're going to cut right there and move to Tobias.
Oh, yeah.
So you're in the middle of the desert somewhere. You don't know where you are. You've been wandering for God knows how many days. You haven't had water.
Okay, so I'm wandering through the desert. Wait, I'm gonna make a survival check to see if I can't find anything on the horizon that would be helpful out in this shitty-ass desert.
He's just slightly down the street from where this fight just occurred.
Just down the road.
Completely missed the entire thing.
Oh, wow. Okay, now I gotta make that check. 60.
You find nothing.
There is definitely someone with a cruel sense of humor up there.
You know, kid, I think you might be right.
Who the fuck said that?
You look around yourself and you see 3 silhouettes, Saiyan silhouettes, super speed appear around you, flanking you.
Oh, god damn it.
And yes, they are all Deathstroke.
Just to be clear, guys, I'm not going to take candy from any of you.
One of them rolls their eyes. You can tell that they're pretty clearly assassins or hired muscle of some sort.
Oh, shit.
That's exactly what a 13-year-old would say in response to being accosted by 3 mercenaries.
Oh, shit.
You're all in costume.
Alright, so you've got these 3 Saiyans. They look like they're wearing garb from West City. And one of them approaches you and he's like, no hard feelings or anything, but we gotta bring you in. Orders are orders.
Orders from who?
Who do you think?
I don't know. I'm just a kid wandering through the desert who's thirsty. You mind giving me some water before you take me someplace?
What do you think, boys? Should we give him water? One of them cracks his neck. I don't think Zero would like that.
I'm going to try to bluff. I've got my power suppressed at the moment.
Okay.
Because I've got that technique.
Okay, bluff.
Hold on, I'm trying to find my skills. Do I have that in here even? Okay, so let me. I'll talk about it and then roll the die. So okay, look, I'm pretty sure you guys can tell I've been walking through here for a while now. If you don't give me some water, I don't know if I'll make it back to your Zero, buddy. 22 to fool them into giving me some water.
So one of them is just like, hey, you got any water? The other guy's like, nope.
God damn it.
We flew here, kid.
You can fly.
Everyone can fly but me.
We got a report of a suspicious-looking veget wandering around the desert aimlessly.
Yeah, that's me.
I was trying to figure out. We
Really,
figured
guys?
you'd probably wander off somewhere trying to keep a low profile. We've actually been searching for someone like you for, well, several days. So in a way, you're kind of lucky. So what do you think? We're going to do this the easy way, or are we going to do this the hard way? You know what? Too late. Boys, grab him. Roll initiative.
Hold on. Every time, everything's got to turn into a goddamn fight.
Well, it's Dragon Ball.
I know.
What do you expect?
Oh, that's a terrible roll. I got a 13.
16. So one of them comes up, he powers up, and he tries to uppercut you. In the schnoz. Alright, what's your roll?
I got a 13 total. Oh, wait, no, I did not get a 13. I got an 11 because I've got suppressed power, so my...
He's got a 26.
26.
Just so you know.
God. And that's dexterity. 15.
Yeah, it hits you. Alright, so...
Yeah. This time it's a 25. 19 plus 6.
Okay, roll off.
Yeah.
Float
9.
10.
Shit, it hit me.
Okay, that hits you. Next roll. 22.
Ouch. I got a 10.
Last hit. 15.
Yeah. I got a 21 that time.
Alright, so you block the last one.
So, I got 19 on that first one. 20 on the second one. No, 19. Oh, wow, nice. Okay, so
and you got hit a third time.
So, given that I'm running at half my fatigue, which is 38, wow, capped my fatigue or the suppressed fatigue.
Oh dear.
So I want you to describe how those hit you.
Okay, so because there was the blow exchange, Tobias is just kind of sitting there considering his options. He doesn't realize they just randomly attack him, but maybe he should have.
Find that 13-year-old naivete.
And he's hiding his power. So the guy flies up to him, and Tobias is stuck, firmly planted on the ground. He puts his hands up to try and block, and the first one comes right between his fists and punches him right in the temple. The second one, he's moving his hand, and he catches the guy's hand, and as he's catching the guy's hand, the guy clocks him with the other side, with his other fist in his temple, because he's got like a foot over Tobias, at least. And the third hit ends up just grazing his shoulder, but he still lifts off the ground and manages to like grab hold of the guy's wrist and flip over to get out of the way of the last one. Just like move a little bit out of the way, but he's still really fatigued. I've been flanked.
Yeah.
There's 3 of these guys. Oh man.
Hey, you're double flanked.
So I have to save
so
against fatigue, right?
Like, why does Zero want this kid? I don't know. Maybe he's just like that.
He sits 3 death strokes after a 13-year-old thing.
You guys are not making cool jokes. This is not funny.
We're just speaking the facts, kid.
So you're telling me you work for a freaking pedo?
As you can see, you don't have a chance against us. We don't care who he is. We're going to deliver you one way or another. Have you seen this guy? Do you know him? What he will do to you?
I don't know. Am I going to get cement shoes or something?
Yeah, I'm not doing that on purpose. I've had a few beers.
I know, but it's still funny. That's Tobias' response. It's like, what? Am I going to get some cement shoes? I can't swim either. This is fucked.
Come on, kid. Just come willingly.
I'm fatigued and hindered, right?
Yeah.
What do I roll? Strength check or fortitude? I guess.
Yeah, it's fortitude.
It's 3. Like total 3. Tobias is just kind of winded, fatigued, standing there, and he's like,
if you spend your turn powering up, I'll let you get rid of the fatigue because you'll no longer be.
Yeah, that was kind of my plan. Tobias just sits there panting for a minute after he's managed to flip to the side, but now he's flanked directly by 2 guys. He's like, I guess I can't really hide hide my power, right? Huh? So he
power?
You guys don't know jack, do you? Can I use a free action, a free action to sense their ki?
Sure.
While I power up, I got 16 to sense their ki.
You can tell they are stronger than you.
Stronger by double?
No, not necessarily.
All right, I'm going to be like, hey, maybe you might not want to damage the goods before you understand what you're being asked to carry. Lifts his arms up and over his head for a second, and very melodramatic, childish thing to do where he just, and his aura sparks up around him and like sends the sand flying around as he charges up.
So all 3 of them are wearing scouters, and they kind of do this that beeping noise that they make. And they're just like,
yeah, that one.
Huh. Well, that's about what I expected.
Huh.
Anyway, so he finishes powering up, and he's like, I just did that so I wouldn't be passing out. You guys can go, but one of you bastards is going to have to carry me. I can't fly.
You can't fly?
Hey, you think it's a smart idea to fly? You know how long it takes to reach terminal velocity? Like 100 feet.
You know how old I was when I started flying, kid? 4 years old.
Well, la-dee-freaking-da, Mr. Eye Patch.
Hey, fuck you. Alright, you want to actually...
Giddy up, horsey.
Okay, it's their turn. Just fucking
fuck you.
With you.
Now what are you going to do about it?
All right.
I don't think Tobias is going to be a little smarter about this. Like I don't think I want to.
One of them.
I don't think I want to fight you. This sucks. It sucked. I just did that so I wouldn't pass out. You guys could take me. I don't want to fucking get beat up.
Wait, are you saying that in character?
Yeah. It's like I just powered up so I wouldn't pass out. I don't want to get beat up today. It's too fucking hot out here.
Huh.
Take me to
I mean, he could already be a little fatigued from not having water anyway, so he's already donesies.
Yeah, I took that into
They
account.
power down and they straighten up. Good choice, kid. Follow us.
Follow? You're not gonna...
We're not gonna fly there?
What, you want us to carry you? What do we look like, gay?
Now that you mention it...
They did send the Invincible Trio after you.
Do you want us to take turns beating the shit out of you? Because we might.
Not particularly. I just don't want to have to walk through this goddamn desert and die of heat stroke. I mean, I'm 13 years old. There's not much I can actually... there's limitations regardless. Just saying. He didn't send the dumbest grunts, did he?
One of them's just like, I fucking hate kids.
Yeah, me too.
That's a thing he'd say, too.
So one of them walks behind you, grabs you by the neck, and says, fine, and levitates you into the air with him.
Thanks.
And you fly off.
I love this encounter.
That was not supposed to happen. I thought you would have a chance. I'm sorry. I built them way too strong for you.
You did. Like, I was just... And Tobias is not dumb enough to do that. He's just like, I'm not gonna... No,
I'm not gonna let you
in one attack,
Octal would have kept fighting until he died.
Yeah, Tobias was like, nope.
No.
Here's the I'm out in the middle of the desert.
Your intelligence stat, Tan.
He's got an 8. He's got an 8 in intelligence. He's too smart. He's smarter than Octavius by double.
I think he's got this figured out.
He's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Like, I may be 13, but I know I'm smarter than you guys, and I know I'll pass out if you make me walk all the way there.
That is totally not how I expected this to go. Okay, encounter done, I guess, and I guess I'll give you 500 experience. Octavius, you get 1,000 experience.
Yes.
All right, that's all we've got for you today. Next time, we're going to be getting into more Octavius, more Tobias, obviously, and trying to bring these characters together, as well as a brand new character who's actually Frieza race, so don't miss that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.